Hello Pokopians, I'm now at over 300 hours in the game and I'm going to do you an updated Withered Wasteland tour as this is where I've been doing most of my building. Obviously it's nowhere near complete, but I just wanted to give you an update to maybe hopefully inspire you as well. So let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So I'm starting down at the beach here where we had the lighthouse. Obviously I've rolled credits, so you will notice the changes there. I have done absolutely nothing down here, but I am thinking that I would like it to be a nice little beach area. Magikarp is still living down here. I will probably leave him down here. But yeah, there's honestly really nothing down here. You may notice this, I have destroyed it through here. So there used to be like a little bit of a cave, but I wanted to open it up a little bit. So I have done that. And then as we walk in, you start to get like an overgrown feeling to the place. And I'm going to take you to one of my first houses. I have a speed build for this over on my second channel, but this is the house I did for Leafeon. So I'll give you a full kind of overview of it here. So this is what it's looking like from afar, and it kind of does lead around. There's not much to the side here, but I need to add in some more like greenery and foliage. And then on the left hand side there is a little bit of a porch area. It isn't decorated on the inside. I haven't got that far yet, but I will show you what I did because I did add in a mezzanine area. Thank you, Aileen. I now know the correct word. So I think I'll change it, but this is what we're looking at so far. But yeah, I need to decorate it in here. So that's that house. And then you can run back down the steps here. And this is where I've done most of the work here. So I have one of the lodge kits here, which yes, you should 100% change the color of the kits. You can adjust it. You just need to bring Smearguru with you and then he can change it up to you. I'm only mentioning that because I think a few people have left comments asking. And then we have a little picnic area. This water area is pretty much as it was in the kind of game originally, but then I've kind of added in some bits and fed the river through over here to kind of meet up. So it's like a double-ended river waterfall thing, if you will. But yeah, it's cute. It does what it needs to do. I didn't want to do anything too fancy because I would still get used to using the water. But I'm quite happy with how it looks, and having a nice little picnic spot next to the waterway is quite nice. And then if we spin back around here, I'm going to go up these steps here. So these are all decorated. I need to kind of work on what I'm going to do here. I was thinking about getting like a nice little plant shop in here for Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, as they're kind of homeless at the minute. So I feel a bit guilty. I did have like little leaf huts up here, but I wasn't really feeling that. And then up here is my campsite. Again, this is another build over on my other channel, but this is what it looks like from above. We've got some tents and things. There's like a little campsite over here, which is kind of cute. Another tent over here. And then I will show you what these little buildings are, because these are just like little log huts, I would say. So this is like the welcome one. So welcome to the campsite. You can sign in here and collect some items. There is a little picnic spot as well, and obviously an info sign. And then we have a shower block as well. It's very tight in there. There's literally a shower block, a shower, a toilet, and a sink. So don't know how much use that will be, but hey. The tents are really easy to do once you get those tent kits. I love them, but obviously now with the new Sable Eye tent kits, you could use them as well if you wanted to. That's totally up to you. And this one is a bigger one. With the bigger ones, you can actually fit stuff inside as well, so don't forget about that. And I also did add some lines in here just to give the awning some support as well. So if that's what you were thinking about. Also, if you didn't know, you can add... So the blanket here is a block, and then I've put a rug over the top of it just to give like a layered rug kind of effect, which I think is a really nice touch. So I'm going to head back down this way. I really like this area. I'm actually going to raise up because the next thing I have to talk about is my hot air balloon. Again, I've got a whole tutorial on how to build a hot air balloon. I've seen other people do them since, but I really like this whole kind of look of the stripes. I think it's more fitting to what I've done in the area. It's not too hard to do. If you're looking at it thinking, oh, that looks really hard, I'm not doing that. It really easy to do. And then we have the basket down here where you kind of I was gonna say sit, but I think you stand. And there's some nice little flags around here. There is also a little thing, a fire pit thing up here, so I do need to get one of those magma statues and set up something so that I can keep it lit so it looks like it's actually kind of floating in the air, because right now it's floating on nothing. So we're gonna head back down. So this is kind of the view from here as well, so you can see everything that we've seen so far. I definitely need to add more on the cliffs behind Leafeon's house and stuff, but this is just kind of an overview of what this whole space looks like. So I'll keep going with what's over here. As I said, I have a couple more kits here. These were kind of like left over from the beginning. I don't know if I want to have all kits or not, but we'll see. But yeah, this is the overgrown element, and then it goes into my town. Before we go into the town, I want to show you my storage. So I don't know if people have any interest in looking at storage. It is half underway of being fully renovated. So these are kind of like little odd bits and pieces. This originally was the whole size of my storage. Sorry, we don't have time for you today. And I realized quickly this was not going to be enough. So instead of like expanding outwards, I expanded downwards. And we have a further kind of level, and this is where like the majority of my blocks are. As you can see, they're like pretty much divided up. I want to add in some like to make it a bit prettier. Right now it's not that pretty, but I will add in some more. I also do have the space for a little bit of expansion as well, so I might end up bringing everything upstairs, downstairs, maybe. We'll see how that goes. But as you can see, there's like some fancy kind of staircase, so I didn't have to dig down too deep. Otherwise, if I had like done a giant staircase, I would have had to go really far down. And then this is my crafting spot, which actually is a house for 5 of my Pokemon. I just kept putting like Pokemon in here because I was getting a bit like destroying houses and stuff, so I really do need to move them out because it is not a good house, but it kind of has everything I need. So these are kind of the sections, the boxes that pull into my crafting, and then I have excess here, and then this one is just for my bars. So I probably need some more of them, but that's all of my bars in there, so they're easily accessible should I need any more for crafting. So yeah, this is my underground kind of storage cave, and this is what kind of the details on the outside look like. I do want to kind of get all of the dirt maybe to be the same color, because it does, I don't know, it's a bit harder to do because I wish you could just like spray them with water like right now. Like, can I just spray you with water whilst I'm flying? That would be great. Anyway, that's my little mood about that over. I'm gonna head up now, and this is where I did something a bit different. This was my first house, and I was like, oh, I want to do something yellow because we had the first event and there was a nice new flowers, and I was like, oh, I want to do something really yellow and bright. So this was my first house that I did. I really like it. However, I just don't know if it fits with what else I want in my whole kind of town. Like, I'm half tempted to kind of change it into a different color, which might be easier to do than demolish it and kind of start over. But this is what it looks like. I really like this balcony area. I don't know why, with the rug and the parasol. I think that rug is just so cute and adorable. It's very small on the inside, and I decided to add 9-tails in there, which... don't know if that was a bit of a mistake, because I'm pretty sure they are just squeezing all of their tails through there, but yeah. And then there is a little pond here. I want to get better at doing some like water stuff. I think I need to edit some of this because I did go a bit crazy with the grass and the lily pads. So yeah, that might need a bit of editing down. And then I realized that I needed to focus again on doing some habitats. So I just have some random habitats up here just so that I could get some more Pokemon moved in so I can get all of the recipes that I have left. And then this whole area, I've started building up here. This is supposed to be a shed. It kind of looks like a barn shed. It is a house, so maybe I'll find a Pokemon to live up here. But this is where I want my farm to be. So I have like a nice idea of having maybe some sort of windmills either side, and then some plots of vegetables, grow some things up here. It's not going to be one of those fancy automated farms because no, I can't do that. I just want it to look cute. So it's going to be a cute little farm, and then maybe over the other side, depending on how much space I have, I would like to do an orchard as well. So it might be quite nice to have like the orchard over kind of like a few different layers, like scaling up, so it's not all just on the same level. I don't know. We'll see. We've got plenty of time. Don't need to rush it. So that's where we are for now. This area, I find really hard to know what to do with it. So obviously this is the gateway. For now, I just have this kind of house here, which again, it was just, I needed a house, so I built a kit. Oh, there's 2 spots in there. Maybe I should move some more people in there. And then just along here, I really haven't done anything. This has just been left from how it was before. So now we are kind of moving into the town area. So through here, everything is a bit more like structured and pink. I don't know why I decided to do this. I thought it would be nice to have like multiple themes for my Withered Wasteland. I kind of regret that now. I thought it would be nice to have a nice contrast, but I just kind of wish that I had left this for like a whole other map area, and then had like the whole town and then the overgrown area. But I don't really have time or the willpower to tear down everything I've done. So we're just going to live with it. As you can see, there's a few nice things. We've got like a little store area that I just showed you. And then we've got this fountain. Most of the builds that I've done are available on my second channel, my build channel. This is the flower shop. So as you can see, it's got 2 layers. So we've got the nice area up here, a little bit of an area to kind of grow flowers, and there is like a little storage room in here. And then the flowers itself, you can kind of shop them, peruse them, if you will, out front here. I just tried to get as many flowers in as I possibly could. And then in the shop itself, this is actually a functional trade thing. So sometimes there'll be people in here trading. It is a little claustrophobic, so if you do this, maybe build one higher up. And I also did get some flowers just on the shelf as well, just as a cute little detail. And then this is what it looks like from out front as well. So more details there. And then the other build, we've got a nice little archway through here, is a bookshop, which is over here. We've got a nice covered bridge, which I will show you. Really easy to do. And I kind of think it's quite effective. I want to have a few more of these. I'm trying to use like the archways and the bridges so that they look pretty similar, so they're nice and tied in. But this is the bookshop. This is the bookshop come kind of cafe. So we've got a little trading spot up here, but it's also like supposed to be a cafe. There is only one mere little trading space. Sorry. Or sorry to me. It's me that wants to buy the stuff. So yeah, you get access that by having the stairs up here. And then there's, I don't know who keeps doing this. Someone keeps opening the window hatches. But I use the window hatches to kind of contain in the flower beds. And then in here we have the actual bookshop with all the books. Is very pink. There's actually quite a few habitats in here. So we have the Victory Bell's home, then there's like the house, obviously, which I have Smearguru in here for now as well. I move him around quite a bit. And then we have the register one as well. So that's that one. And then new today, whilst I'm filming this, I should have posted the speed build for this as well. But this is like a little bakery. I don't know if it really does give bakery vibes. Maybe I need to put some bread or something in the frames just to be like, come buy your bread here. But it would also work really nicely as a house. But this is the interior. So as you can see, it's got all the bakery stuff. There's lots of goodies for sale here. There's a few little chairs as well to kind of sit and enjoy. And then upstairs is also like a little livable space because it is quite a tall building. So I was like, I think we'll have 2 separate areas. So bedroom up here, you could do some reading, some art and stuff, and then bakery downstairs. So if you're looking for more habitats and stuff, that's one to consider. And then over here, we actually have, I don't really know what to call this. I called it like a conservatory, but it's kind of like a tower, like a fancy tower, like the bell tower. I just feel like it's something that you would find in a town. It's quite elegant and kind of, it's got nods to pink. It's got like a little bit of kind of funky architecture, I guess. I don't know why I'm using the term funky, but there's a few ways in, there's a few ways out. And the inside just has like a really nice kind of feel where you would be for like, oh, and some sticks. I keep forgetting he's in here. And I keep forgetting to go and get these sticks. A nice little area to relax. And as you can see, Cacturn is showing you how you can relax in here. Just take a nap on the cold hard floor. But there is also the horsey statue, which is beautiful, kind of for a little fountain. And then we're back out the front. So that's kind of, oh no, that's not. I forgot about my little ice cream parlor. So this is my little ice cream stall. I didn't want to turn it into like a whole big thing, but I had like a weird space behind the Poke Center. So I decided to add this in here. And you can access it. There is a door, but I love these windows giving the illusion of it, being like a ice cream place where you can like dish up the ice cream and stuff and pick which one you want. I will have a pistachio ice cream, please. I do need to put some things over the top to hide these. I forgot about that, but that's what it looks like. So just to show you some smaller builds as well. So yeah, that is pretty much what I've done with my town so far. As you can see, there is going to be a canal which I want to feed out to the water, but there is a big cave in the way, so that's going to take a lot of work to get rid of. And also I'm a bit worried as to how I don't think the water is going to feed through properly, because I don't think it's the same water as what's in the sea. I need to look into that and figure that out. Otherwise, we will not be doing that. And I might have to do like a waterfall connecting up here. I do have a lot of space left to play with, and if I'm honest, I think maybe I will just keep going with the town back here. I need to figure out how to do like a nice little way up to the gate. I am finding it hard to decorate the gates, so if anyone has any good recommendations or seen anyone that's done some cool builds with them, let me know. Or alternatively, if that's something you want me to try doing, then leave a comment below. I do have one final little area to show you. Again, I haven't done anything to the side where Pallet Town is. It would be quite nice to do a little nice fancy entrance there, but I do have one more overgrown area to show you, which you can kind of see here, and I'm just going to drop to the floor. Sorry, Ditto. Okay, there we go. So up here, as you can see, overgrown kind of area. And then over this bit needs a little bit of finishing off. I kind of gave up after, but this is a little kind of art spot. So if I wanted to, I think I might move Spear Guru up here, to be honest, because there is a habitat up here which would be nice, so he can come and do his paintings. It's just kind of like a pergola with some nice lights and stuff, and then it kind of overlooks the town, which I thought was quite cute. And then I have a bit of a flower field here. I added in some windmills, and it leads back through to where I have my greenhouse, which in hindsight I could have probably made it more greenhousey, but I like the way that it looks. I think it's a little bit kind of cottagecore and stuff, so you can go inside of it. And there are obviously some plants in here and some like gardening supplies too. So there we go. That is what this looks like. And I hope you enjoyed my little tour of my Withered Wasteland. It's slowly coming together. There's still lots and lots of work to do, but I've mainly focused on this one so far. I've started work on my Blizzard Blizzard Beach, my Bleak Beach as well. So you can follow the progress of that, some builds and stuff on stream, or alternatively, I am trying to do speed builds for that as well over on my second channel, which is Flair's Build. So be sure to check that out. Let me know what you're doing with your Withered Wasteland in the comments, and have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.